The city is a place where we have lots of job opportunities. We're world headquarters for many industries, and we need a constant flow of talent coming into those businesses. And the public schools are an important source.
Before high school, I was very lost. I didn't know where to begin. I was born here in the United States.
There were many different roads and I didn't know which one to fall into. There were tears here and there. There was moments where I just went home and went to bed instead of doing my homework.
For a city that's sometimes very expensive, sometimes a very hard place to live, this is all about equitable outcomes.
I think one of the big challenges for high school students is figuring out, what is this all for? What does it all mean? Why are we learning this? How does it fit with what I want out of life?
What do the students need? What are the students confused about? How can we support them?
During the last 5 years, we have really experienced an industrial revolution. Our economy has gone from a service economy to a digital economy. This was accelerated by the pandemic. So the challenge facing educators and students is keeping up with this rapidly moving economy.
To my parents, school is very, very important because my father's always told me that what I'm receiving now, he was never able to receive.
The promise we make to a parent is that if you trust us with your child, we are going to do everything in our power to be able to understand what motivates them, what they're curious about, and then to be able to ensure that they are academically prepared in order to be successful when they leave here.
There are 500,000 unfilled jobs in New York State right now. And the dream is to have any one of our students be able to walk into those jobs and say, I can do that because I have been prepared by my New York City public school education. That's a life of choice. The Office of Student Pathways has one goal. It is to ensure that students are prepared academically and career-wise for the world of work.
Well then.
It's an opportunity to provide rigorous education and academic excellence to students while giving them real-world opportunities.
My history with Student Pathways goes back more than 20 years.
Our topic is the future of vocational and technical education in New York City.
Pre-Student Pathways, when we were focused on career and technical education and trying to convince parents and teachers that, in fact, career was something that was central to your education.
The Higher Education and Vocational Education Amendments of 1968 that extend existing education programs and create several new ones.
How many bright youngsters have been discovered, inspired, who might otherwise have been ignored?
In 1968, which was the year that I was born, there were 18 CTE schools. There are now over 300 CTE schools in New York City. So that has certainly scaled, but to have every student in every school have the opportunity to have this career-connected learning piece is even a bigger lift. I think when we first started this, people were saying, are you amplifying vocational education? It actually has lifted everyone up, and it's just a new way of thinking about that it is all interconnected.
Career and technical education is where students get to try a career track before actually selecting that career track in college or in real life. So they get a taste of that particular program. And what's so key about CT programs in high school is that they're free. Right? So these kids are trying things and experiencing it, and whether or not it's for them, before they make that big selection and have to pay for that college degree.
I think it could be an overall good investment for anybody looking to start or anybody who's been in it for years.
I want to figure out how to make sure more of our kids not only have the skill set, but the opportunity to think about what they're passionate about.
My grandpa, he suffers with Parkinson's. There's a doctor who's already working on it, but I want to see if I could make a good enough prototype. So yeah, I'm planning on reaching out to the doctors too.
What's different about student pathways from anything we've done before is that it's an effort to make sure every student understands that how their education is a foundation for their career, for their life.
It gives me hope that I could actually make a change in the world someday. I'm able to actually use the skills that I'm learning, like in robotics and in this class overall. It's just amazing because it's something that I like, and for me to be able to put it into work and see a product that actually works, it's like amazing.
The brilliant thing about the Office of Student Pathways is to connect these different streams of work that sometimes are disconnected. So sometimes you have folks who are very focused on career and technical education. You have other folks who are focused on dual enrollment, pathways to college, college admissions, and then you have other folks who are focused on high school student engagement and addressing chronic absenteeism and making sure students are motivated about school. Well, actually, all three of those things need to be connected, and that's really what this Office of Student Pathways makes possible.
And what I realized, certainly in the last 5 to 6 years, is that education had to have a purpose.
We were just about coming up from COVID. Omicron was still floating around. Our young people weren't really showing up in schools.
As the number of students and staff contracting coronavirus is on the rise, the number of them attending school the first day back from winter break was down. Attendance was particularly low at high schools.
When you're thinking about students soon coming after COVID, purpose and relevance really kicked up as one of those important factors.
In 2022, we launched Future Ready NYC. Future Ready NYC is a college and career pathways program that blends the best of early college experiences and early career experiences for young people from grades 9 to 12. It focused on industries and occupations where there's a lot of demand. So we focused on industries like business and finance.
And help us think about how we drive capital toward having impact, whether it's social or environmental.
Technology.
You're all going to commit to working together as a group.
And healthcare.
These are high priority jobs in healthcare, in transportation, in construction, things that keep our city moving. They're also jobs that pay really well. From there on, we brought employers together, lifted up what were high growth, high wage occupational titles within those sectors that we identified. We had just scaled to 40 additional CTE programs, so that was a big investment.
And so I just want to recognize New York City Public Schools has walked the talk from the beginning.
It's hard to scale a CTE program. You have to have a licensed teacher in CTE. You have to have the spacing and the room sometimes for it. The equipment is sometimes costly. So we have 13 CTE programs, and we also then added a Future Ready program. The reason we added the Future Ready program is because we didn't have what we needed to make it a CTE pathway, but it allowed us to teach software development in a way where we were able to get a teacher, and then in 2 or 3 years, that same teacher was able to get licensed, but they needed to go through a few steps. And so Future Ready came at the time when we were able to get regular academic schools that were not traditional CTE schools to embrace a CTE model. So Future Ready opens the door. If a school is willing to go the CTE path, your first step would be Future Ready.
I started attending Richmond Hill in 2022.
Hi, Rainy.
What caught my eye first was the Health Science Academy.
White coats, the exam tables are ready.
This is where the magic happens, literally.
I have 2 sets of CPR mannequins ready as well. Okay, so pick up from where you left off yesterday. If you didn't do vitals, start it today. I'll be walking around if you have any questions.
One of the things we've done at Richmond Hill is really flip the script from talking about college and career readiness to talk about career and college readiness.
In this classroom, our students learn a host of skills. They learn CPR, patient vitals, everything that you will get when you walk into the doctor's office, students get to learn.
And then S is for?
Soft tissue.
Good. So you see anything around that pinky area that might let you know?
It really legitimizes and makes school meaningful by offering students tangible experiences. We like to expose students to career first and then think about college.
The CUNY application period, that deadline's coming up, so we just want to make sure that we're supporting those students as well.
So that college is not really an abstraction. They have that background of now, oh, I've studied health science for 3 or 4 years, and I really want to go into a college that's health science oriented.
Ready?
Yes.
I get at least 20 or plus college credits in 3 years just for the Health Science Academy. It's preparing me so I can pursue my dream career, which is to be a pediatrician.
So there are 5 components to what you will see in a future-ready classroom. 1, ensuring that students are getting career-connected learning, college credits, and career credentialing. The third thing is to then actually have an opportunity to do work-based learning. That comes through really having an apprenticeship and internship. 4th is personalized advising. And then finally, students have financial literacy throughout their high school careers in order to have that economic mobility.
When we think about the pathways work, we're really thinking about the fact that we are preparing students by providing them both experience and the learning, work-based learning experience, making sure that our students have the appropriate educators that can help them through not only their knowledge base, but also their experience, that they could touch it, they could feel it, they could experience it.
So right here, this is our sort of like dental tech space. Over here we have all the technology, and a big part of our school is dental technology, pharmaceutical technology, and a diagnostic medicine technology.
That's our mock pharmacy. We compound actual medicines in here.
We were really interested in, well, what would it take to make Future Ready something that gets sustained for 10, 20, 30 years? And in order to do that, the leader needs to really understand, how do I make my school a site for this work in a way that's gonna connect to the strengths of my school community and the interests of my students?
What we do know is if we lose young people in that transition from high school to what's next, it's very hard to get them back. And the earnings loss for what I call the first 10 challenge, the first 10 years of someone from age 18 to 28, shapes profoundly what their lifetime earnings will be.
There are a large chunk of our kids who did not end up going to college, and were kind of casting about for what to do with their lives. When we realized this was happening, we decided to shift the focus of the school, not to remove the academic focus, but to add to it a focus on what is life like in the real world.
We are actually part of Career Discovery, and our students have an amazing opportunity to be at Louis Vuitton today.
We sponsor one program, the Career Discovery Week, where 10th graders spend a day with a company in New York, one of our major employers.
Future Ready has allowed us to redesign our school now to really explore what the careers available. All our freshmen start with a foundations course, the basics behind email etiquette, responding, code switching, and then in the 10th grade, that's where the career exploration starts.
First year we went to McGraw Hill, which is a publishing company, which our kids were so nervous about. They were like, "Miss, how am I supposed to present myself?" I'm like, "Yourself." But they had such a blast.
Then that transitions to the 11th grade, where some of our students have the opportunity to apply for apprenticeships, internships, and then in the senior year, they have the opportunity essentially to be all day in an internship of their career choice. What that does is it allows our seniors to say, "Hey, this is a career I know I'm going to continue exploring when I leave here."
My daughter, since she's been here, she's been excelling. She's a happier person. She's actually had conversations about her future, about what she wants to do after.
I am very jealous that our students have all these experiences, because as a high school student, I did not have any of these experiences. I was told to go to class and do what I needed to do. I actually tell my students all the time, I'm like, you guys don't know how great you have it.
One of the challenges of Future Ready and really scaling it up citywide is teacher recruitment, is finding teachers who have experience in the fields.
Because you do want to go into pediatrics, but they have a great nursing program also.
Miss Clark was hired as a substitute during COVID. I found out that she had experience working at Northwell, that she had just changed from Northwell and working in health science to wanting a career in teaching. She started in biology, and I asked her if she wouldn't mind changing her license over to medical assisting, and she was very happy about that. She has been teaching in our health science program for 4 years now. She is wonderful. The kids love her. She has the hands-on experience of working in a hospital, and it's that credibility and that experience that really we get the buy-in from the students.
My first day in the Health Science Academy, I walked in and it was just Miss Clark just being all jittery and happy, teaching us the basics, our soft skills, our hard skills, how we can perform what the doctor performs in a regular doctor's office. She made it feel like a safe space where everyone could feel like home here. From that day going forward, it was like the start to a new beginning.
Our students have the potential, they have a passion, it's just dormant. And I just wish adults could tap into it. It's almost like, if I could give you an illustration, almost like a light bulb about to go out. You just have to give it a little tap and it'll come back up and it'll shine its light. Our minds are like that light bulb. We just need that little tap. We need that motivation, we need that drive, and part of it comes from being exposed to the workforce at a young age.
Now the city is expanding its Future Ready program. With the expansion, Future Ready NYC will serve 15,000 students in 135 high schools.
And what Future Ready does is it says across New York City public schools, we want to scale this connection between high school, college, and career.
We absolutely needed to have employer engagement, and so we have partnered with Partnership for New York City and with the Jobs Council to ensure that all of our partners in the private business community knew what we were doing and were able to give those kids the opportunities.
We're thinking a lot about apprenticeships, internships, and mentorships with adults in our community. And yes, this involves things like students that are working for Google as well as working at Chase Bank. They're also engaged nationally. They're taking courses with students from all across the country, studying things like ethics, environmental justice, climate change, and computer science.
So now, may I introduce you all to Chancellor Felix Matos Rodriguez.
Thousands of city high school students earn CUNY college credits through enrollment programs thanks to our growing collaboration with Future Ready NYC. This is a city initiative that offers free CUNY courses as well as opportunity to come to our campuses, explore careers, and acquire credentials for 15,000 students at 135 high schools.
We know that college debt is often a reason that scholars cannot persist. And so we are laser focused on ensuring that our scholars receive those widely transferable college credits.
The right partnerships are critical to scaling success. So you've got to identify higher ed institutions that are committed to dual enrollment, not just as a one-off experience, but really as a gateway to pursuing a college education.
Within those classes that I've taken, currently right now I'm taking medical terminology, so I'm getting credits through York College. So by the end of my senior year, I would be receiving 20 plus credits.
And I think so many of our students understand that the things that they're planting today can make a really big difference tomorrow.
And so these particular classes, many of our students are leaving our high schools with paid internship experiences, as well as college credits, and real opportunities to be mentored by adults who care about them and who believe in them.
My name is Noble Otsumensa. I'm incredibly grateful for all the opportunities that the New York City public school system has been able to provide me.
I remember when I was 14, I was learning things that my sister is learning, and she's a junior at Lehman. So it was like, it blew my mind.
So anyone from sophomores, juniors, and seniors are having labs in here?
When I came to this school and I realized I started to think more about my career, I started to think more about what I wanted to do after high school. And I began to narrow down all these careers, and I landed at finance.
Young people need that first shot at not just building experience, but what am I interested in? What do I want to be? What do I want to invest in my future to become?
So we started off by first having been introduced to a CareerWise representative and introduced us to all the different internships that they offer. They work with Accenture, Amazon, MasterCard, JP Morgan, MSK, all of these companies. The one that stood out to me the most was JP Morgan.
I'm currently working at JP Morgan Chase.
It's an amazing opportunity, and I want to learn as much as I can from that experience. The most important thing to me is to just learn. I want to learn as much as possible.
This is about expansion. This is about making sure more and more schools have these opportunities.
All right, so wait, how's like applying to colleges? How many you have listed down?
I already applied to 9. I got direct admissions to 8 of them.
So when you first started the academy, you sat over here. Oh, I remember. And ever since then, you've been an amazing student. Since then. I mean, you held down our white coat ceremony. You spoke at our white coat ceremony. How many students do that? You know, so you have a light in you. Don't let anything dim that light. Keep shining. And I mean that.
Well, having you as a teacher has been a very big blessing. So
I'm gonna miss you, kid.
just knowing that I've proven myself not only to my peers, to my teachers, or to anyone outside in the world. I've proven myself mostly to my father.
Part of how our brains hang on to information is the emotional connection. When you feel something deeply, it is energizing to the neurons that need to help us retain information. And that's part of what I see young people doing through Future Ready, is that they are getting out into their communities, getting out into workplaces, bringing that experience and knowledge back into the classroom.
Our Students Pathways program is a way to accelerate our work towards the portrait of a graduate. This is a partnership with New York State, and we fully support that. We are shifting from this idea of completing high school to the idea of what am I prepared for as I enter the world. Our young people need to be nimble, they will be able to be risk takers, they will be able to be empathetic citizens and really understand what it means to be a high quality contributor to our society.
And I think by allowing our younger generation to have these opportunities, you are propelling the nation forward. You're helping low-income students, low-income families.
The promise of a public education must evolve over time as the world changes. This is a fundamental rethink of what public education should deliver. And New York City, as the largest public school system, is the only one doing this at scale.
So when I say public, you say schools. Public schools! Yeah, thank you so much.
If we do this right, there will be a shift in the way that education is looked at in the United States.
It's not just your own community, it's not just New York or the Bronx or Queens. You're actually doing something for the greater good of the country as a whole.
We're going to change the world. We're really going to change the world doing this work.
You're changing lives because this opportunity has completely paved a path for me that I never knew existed. And if we start to do this for more students, for more people, we're going to create something far bigger than ourselves.
My pathway is engineering.
My pathway is finance.
Journalism, graphic design.
Sports management.
Software engineering.